Ow.
Oh, what the fuck? Hold on. I do.
Say
That's what I forgot. Be the fucking countdown. And now we're live. And I think I put us live, and then I was like, what the fuck? And then I did the countdown. But now
that's what that's what's up.
it has begun. It
We're
has
live.
begun. It has begun.
So what are we chatting about, gentlemen?
304s.
Oh yeah, there's tons of those out there.
We can make this a three. We can make this a fucking marathon. And like okay, you guys know you can't say the vid word. You can't say the you know what it is.
Yeah.
You have to say the jab. Like 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 if somebody says it, I have to. If somebody says it, I have to stop and take it down immediately. It's that bad. It's that bad. It's like an auto strike.
Yeah, if you gotta be careful what you talk about, like some of the stuff you were mentioning in my stream last night. That's why that video is on private, unfortunately, because the algorithm rather will you'll get effed by it, to put it nicely. Like they have YouTube has like bots basically that are listening to your shit, and if the bots hear certain things, it goes negatively for your channel.
I've actually heard that for someone who's got one of those YouTube managers, that they've confirmed to him that there is actually a list that they put YouTubers on, so that, they get shadow banned, they'll get recommended for nothing. So as soon as these, as you said, these algorithms pick these catchphrases and these titles, and you get the opposite of what YouTube want, then they'll put you on that list.
Yeah, and they also have like people who are trusted flaggers. I think that was a thing for a while. I mean, that didn't go away. It's just not talked about as much. But there are like physical people who YouTube
Yep.
trusts to flag your shit down.
Yeah, they've got entire teams of doing it, And not just that, you've also got the new recent, what you call it, the SJW Patrol, or the Alphabet Soup crew. They've also become sort of a sort of botting police, as to say. If they hear anything opposite to what they believe, they don't like, they just flag it, And many YouTubers have been flagged down because they've upset a certain group. So that you got that policing as well to contend with. As far as censorship goes, it's been going on for a long time, but as time goes on, you can't boil a frog. straight away. You got to slowly increase it so he doesn't notice the heat change. So over time, what they've done, obviously, you got the internet, which is the wild, wild west when it first come out, all freedom completely, and then over time they slowly tighten it, slowly tighten it. This is exactly the same pattern as they use with these false flags and these laws. You know, more false flags over time. You know, with more restrictions with laws and the airports. You know, before 9/11, you could just walk through into an airplane and just be patted down. Now, you know, you got to have your belt take off, you got the shoes off. You know, someone says something funny, you can get proper frisked. You know, you go around the back and get frisked. Proper control now.
And they'll go ahead and grope you and shit. Yeah,
Yes.
There's X-rays where there leaves nothing to the imagination.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah.
And so what this is doing, this is sort of what's the future of the internet. You know, how people are going to be using this kind of flagging system as a social credit system. You know, it's getting people to be these neighborhood police kind of people, and to what do you call it? Nurture their beliefs, for lack of terms to say.
Yeah, I'm sharing this video.
Okay,
everywhere
cool.
At the moment.
Good to see you, D-Man. Shinobi Wan, brother. +1 shield.
Yeah, I can't see the chat at the moment. One sec. I
Uh,
wasn't looking at the screen. So
Elihu Youngblood. Good to see you.
there's a few people here, isn't there?
Mr. Hemi 4, 4 speed. I think that's what he's at. Mr. Hemi 4 speed. What's up, man?
And have you noticed how this censorship is also forcing us to change our language? You know, as in right now, you saw absolute knowledge seekers, you know, talking his little code.
Yeah, we're having to use like certain slang in order to get the message across, and it's I hate it. Yeah, I hate censorship. I would love to have free speech on my own channel where people can say whatever the hell they want, but I can't. Otherwise, I'll get fucked by the algorithm. You know.
Well, fingers crossed, Odyssey can sort out their live situation out. I think they was doing test lives the other day, so we'll see what happens. But I was actually joking with my grandmother the other day, saying how, you know, with all this BLM stuff, you know, because UK was quite ahead of USA and all that with all this HAW stuff in there. Like, I was taught this equality nonsense when I was at school, at college at 19, so it's been going a while in the UK. And so I was laughing how they've changed black bags to refuse bags. Because we're just garbage bags, black bags, you know, you're going to say refuse bags.
Yeah, I have a friend who's I'm kind of older, and I have a friend who's Gen Z, and they're from the UK, and they tell me, oh, you know, they talk about how bad the US is now, and I'm like, well, you are not old enough to remember what the UK was like long before the US started, you know, being as bad as it is right now. Like, we used to laugh at you guys, and it's kind of like, from what I'm told, like the UK is starting to get more conservative now. They're starting to go the other way, and the US is, you know, starting to go towards the not so conservative. So it kind of flips and flops.
And I think that's part of the old plan, you know, control the both sides. You know, you have the conservative and you have the thing, you have the Republican.
Yes.
And then you get one bad leader and people just want to vote them out and vote for the next one. And then realise that's worse. So then that gets people to yo-yo constantly, giving the illusion of control.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that too. Yeah, because it makes you feel like you got some power. Like, we don't like these people, we'll vote them out. They vote them out. Yeah. Then guess what? I mean, the other people that you voted in now are doing just as bad stuff as if the old people never left, basically. And then it just, you keep going, you're thinking. I was talking to a personal friend of mine, and he's a conservative guy, and he's finally even starting to realize, like, we're not going to vote our way out of any of this shit that's going on.
Of course, yeah. But by voting, the way I see it now, the way things going on, especially in the UK, which I'll get onto in a moment. But when you actually vote, you're actually consenting to what the government wants to do to you.
Yeah.
And in the UK right now, you got Boris Johnson who's just resigned.
I heard about that.
Yeah, and he's going round now. The UK's like, he was so bad, everybody should be cheerful. But we're going, well, we don't know who's in next.
Yeah.
Every time this has happened, it's always someone worse. And it seems to me, from my experience of talking to people, they're wised up to it now. The sheeple, they're wise up to it.
Yeah, I hope so. I thought that during the Trump years and 2016 and stuff, I was like, surely people are starting to see what is going on here. But I don't know. I'm really surprised because when the vid happened, because pre-vid people were like, not trusting the government and stuff like that, and all of a sudden the vid happens and people are like, oh, please, government, take our freedoms away. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people, man?
And me and the knowledge seekers mentioned a lot of time, and this is mentioned by Alex and David Icke, Alex Jones and David Icke, all at 9/11, talking about these false flags,
Alex J.
Oh, take our freedoms away because we're going to get bombed by the Iraqis, we're going to get bombed by these terrorists. So. Alex J and David I.
he used to be known as he who shall not be named for quite a while because YouTube had a hard on for that guy.
It did, and I've actually got a couple two strokes, even mentioning clipping David Icke. It's pretty rough out there on my old channel.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, man. Yeah, we were talking about some interesting stuff on my channel last night, but it sucks that I had to take it down. But we're talking about the Georgia Guidestones. I mean, I've just to let you all know, I've just stayed away from politics and even manosphere stuff for a while now. Several weeks. I just haven't had no interest. I'm just trying to chill and relax. You know what I mean? And that stuff, can be stress inducing.
It is.
And it's not because of it is stressful because of the information, but it's more stressful when I think about that there are so many people who don't have a fucking clue what's happening. And they think you're a conspiracy theorist.
But what's worse though, bro, knowing that everybody knows what's going on and still accepts it.
And they're they're too cowardly.
Which is sort of half what's going on
worse.
now, It's half what's going on now. You talk to everybody and everybody knows the government's not good. Really, a call when you talk. It's only the young guns that are coming out of uni. Give them 5-6 years and they'll see how they're just a bunch of lies as well. All the politicians, So just give it time, man. Who knows what's going to happen? With this credit crunch as well, this might knock a few people in the teeth. So.
Oh, well, yeah, I hope so. But, I still see very rarely, like where I'm at, I'm pretty insulated. But I still see fools running around with a fucking mask on. It's like, you still haven't figured out that the mask doesn't do shit.
Yep.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I was at the hospital the other day, and obviously I'm with my mum because I need witnesses now because I've got complaints in and everything. So I need witnesses for everything just in case something does happen again. Otherwise, they can just lie. And so I forgot what I was going to say. Shit. Is it going up the hospital and doing what?
Yeah.
Never mind. Doesn't matter.
You had to
it's
have
not
your
that
mom
important.
witness I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
where you
yeah,
were
that
going
was
with
that
it.
wasn't that's why she was with me, but I lost
Yeah.
track of thoughts. Yeah, yeah. And but it'll be my sister's tomorrow. I forgot what it was about. Never mind. Moving on.
I'm doing a lot of editing.
Who is this? I think it was something about government.
Oh, yeah, that because that was the talking point we were
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. It was something about government.
What are you editing? Absolute.
My my YouTube watermark.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I remember what it was now. Yeah, no, we was walking there, and but my night job because she works at Asda, so she's always putting her mask on all the time. And we're walking, and just by nature, you know, the guy you got the guy standing at the stand before you walk in. You want to wash your hands? You put his mask on. You want his masks for? And so she just puts a mask on. No matter today, as she walks through the escalator, I went, "You do know that doesn't do anything. And you're just breathing all those Chinese chemicals." She looked at me and just pulls a mask down instantly, and sort of she feels proud that she doesn't have to wear the mask, you know. So, you know, so that you know, nobody wants to wear these masks. It doesn't. I don't get it. You know what? Like just like you know, why are people still wearing them?
Some
Yeah,
people still believe in them, though.
yeah.
You know, that's what bothers me about the whole
It's
thing.
this sort of authoritarian psychosis where they can only believe people in white coats or the media or something telling them it's time. Because you know, there's so many confusing messages. You got Fauci saying we have to wear them, we don't have wear them, but we do have to wear them. You know, so people are just in this malaise, just wearing the mask until someone officially says it's completely over. But obviously, we know it's never going to be over. There's going to be these multiple outbreaks now because
They're
of
going to
these
milk it
because
as
of
long
this
as they can milk it, man.
because of this new phone network that's been set up everywhere, and this is the fallout of all the radiation, which people will not point out. A lot of all these bugs, all these viruses are the exact same symptoms as radiation pneumonia.
Yeah, they rolled out 5G in a lot of places, and it's well known that they did not test the effects of 5G
Yeah,
5G on humans very well. Yeah,
but Wuhan was a 5G test bed, and then boom. And what was the first symptoms of it? Was people just dropping down dead, wasn't they? Walking the streets, just dropping down with heart attacks. That's a
I,
symptom of military weaponry. That is, in my opinion, just people dropping down dead, testing the frequencies of 5G. It's my
yeah,
opinion.
it's a lot of signal blasting you, and you know, I can tell you, signal will do a lot of things to you, to include making you sterile.
Yep, that's going to be another massive thing that's going to. I was talking about today in Discord, the depopulation agenda. You know, and we won't see it coming because it's an exponential thing because it happens over generations, more so. But with this 5G thing, this is a new contender. You know, it's throwing everybody, and so you're going to have generations where it's just going to get the reproductive rate's going to get worse and worse and worse, and then one generation will be raised with no children at school because you don't the problem with exponential, you don't see it coming because it's only halfway there. The next step is all the way there, so you just do not see it coming.
Yeah, I go on the train, and go on the train. I go on the train, and I'm just like, you guys are a bunch of fucking idiots for wearing these stupid fucking masks.
I'm still trying to get you to wear masks on public transport over here. Like it's not like law or mandate anymore, but it's sort of that pressure too with all the signs, and some of the staff still do it, you know. It's pretty. I find it pretty funny. To be honest. It makes me smirk. You know, it's sort of like an egotistical smirk. It's like, oh, bless, you know, you're still like a child kind of thing. You can't think of an adult yet.
And got anything to add? Absolute, man. I know you've been messing around with the background here, but
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
some Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 when I think when Shao Kahn when if you do an uppercut, it takes you to like Scorpion's or I think Scorpion's thing, it takes you here. I think Scorpion's hell, it takes you here. Like you remember the yellow Scorpion hell?
yeah, that's been a lot. That's some old school shit right there, man.
It's a fucking artifact.
It is. That's what we'll call it from now on.
Monument.
What it is. Let's see. You can see Shao Kahn and his skull. You can see Shao Kahn. Actually, let me see if I have an overlay. Let me see if I can show you the. Oh, is it no? Oh shit! I don't have the overlay in this album. I have 10 albums. I have a background and not an overlay. But this is like I wouldn't call it some demonic shit. But with this whole skull shit with Shao Kahn,
Death symbolism, yeah.
yeah. You know, because actually in this game, it's called Magic the Gathering.
Mm-hmm.
There are 5 elements, and one of the elements is black, and black is represented. Black is represented by a skull.
Darkness, yeah.
It's selfishness. It's ruthlessness. It's power. It's power and it's shamelessness. It's not a bad. It's not inherently evil. It's not inherent. It's not evil. It's just amoral. Anywho, that's what that is. Anywho, Magic the Gathering. Anywho, if anybody knows what Magic the Gathering is, it's a great game.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely old enough to know what that is. It's I was around when it first came out.
During the Black Lotus times.
Thousands of years ago.
The earth was devastated. Yeah, so I don't even want to talk about like how women are 304s. It just gets
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's all you really got to say. I mean, you can be specific.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of content creators out there that talk about it, you know.
Well, that's why I don't talk about it on my channel, guys. I mean, other people talk about it, and they talk about it better than me. So
Yep,
I'll talk
exactly.
about other stuff. So, but I mean, there was that video from my server that we talked about a little bit. Some fat old beta guy with a dyed color beard was, trying to preach to men about what they need to be doing, and it was all the typical like male feminist talking points. That made me laugh because this guy acts like he's some kind of like master of getting women. It's like, dude, women aren't interested in you. And then someone implied he was gay, and he might actually be. I don't know. No, I don't really pay attention to these things. I just found that he was just doing the same old of trying to tell men about how they need to be better, and men do need to be better. But it when you act like women don't have to be better either. It's only the men that have to improve. Women don't have to be anything. They just are, as the typical male feminist shit. They have no agency. Yeah, that's all I find annoying about that stuff. But I find it so annoying. That's why I don't watch none of this stuff. It just gets annoying. It gets old.
Yeah, it's like, I don't need to come out of real life and suffer it, and then come online and suffer it again. Get re-traumatized by it all.
Well, I mean, I live in a pretty damn conservative area. I don't have all these like mega feminists. I think mostly what I have to put up with is all the obesity rate. I think, but
Oh.
I mean, just more like obese people. Yeah, I would like to see, but that's other than that, there aren't all these like whores. I mean, there are like you see the women with the weird colored hair, and the 304s and the problem glasses, and you see all that stuff here and there. But for the most part, it's normal people.
Yeah.
I guess that's because I don't live near a major university. So.
I mean, I understand why men say it, but you mentioning that is when military say all women are the same. All women, they're not. All women want to go for 6 foot people, 6 foot. Um, there's not a lot of 6 foot men around me. So these sort of. I don't really talk about it because I understand why they say it, and I don't really necessarily disagree with them. But it's just, it just niggles me. Sort of like you spot an error in a film, but you like the film.
Yeah, that's more of a black pill complaint, though. The
Yeah.
6 foot thing, like I'm like 5'9.5", and then with shoes, I appear to be 5'10", and I don't really have that problem. The key rule of thumb is don't be a manlet, and even then, what are you going to do about it? You're just, you're born the way you're born. Your height.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
And even some manlets, if you got the confidence, the skills, and the practice, the match fitness, you're good at talking to people. You get the girls.
Yeah, yeah, you ain't kidding. Like I know short guys that have done really good with ladies, man.
Yeah.
They're married. Some of them are married with children, in fact. So married with multiple children. So they're not failing. That's what a lot of the black pill guys, what they don't understand is they have some personal issues they got to deal with. It's not your face. It can be your face. Sometimes you're just, again, you got this, it's like being short. You got the short end of the stick. But I've seen, I seen a guy I was at the grocery store, and there was this guy he was short, and what I assume was his wife or girlfriend, since they were holding hands, same height as him. So 2 short people. He wasn't exactly a Chad, but he had himself a girl, right? According to the black pill, that's like impossible. There's no way possible because he was like maybe 5'5".
Yeah, no girls would ever go with him. You know, it's pointless. You know, don't go out, don't talk to women. You know, because you know the problem is for me. Part of my social upbringing, especially being raised by a single mom, um, there was errors in my upbringing, and so me going out flirting, going into these areas where there's people being social, which is I've got a big problem with phones and the internet.
Yeah.
Is that you know, you're not picking up these skills anymore. You know, I learned a lot about myself through dating and other people because I had the lack of the parental background, you know. And I learned hell of a lot through myself, through other girlfriends. And a lot of men will miss out on those little niggles in their personalities they'll discover about themselves by just avoiding all this, you know, fear of rejection in a nutshell. And you know, it is a real thing. You know, I'm not denouncing rejection. I've had my issues. You know, I had a period in my dating life where rejection. I had a series of rejections, and it just got to me. And I had like a 6 month to 9 month, maybe 1 year dry period. You know, it was pretty brutal.
Yeah, I mean that's normal. I mean, you got to expect if you're a guy, you're going to get it rejected, and you're going to get rejected a lot.
Yeah.
You know. But there are those times when you're
is.
not rejected. Guess what? I mean, it happens. You know, sometimes the chick is interested, but if you haven't, like you were talking about, you cultivated your personality.
I'm get bloody married. Whatever you do, just avoid that ring.
Is that? I don't know who he's listening to. I have no idea.
He's listening to himself.
That's what it sounds like. Someone with that kind of accent. I couldn't tell who it was, but
I was surprised that you heard it.
Yeah, you must have a pretty solid mic. Like my microphone, if I wanted to go to the other side of the room, I could still talk and you guys would hear me just fine.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Lima Charlie. We hear you. But yeah, but being older, I try to understand the younger generation. I'm older, could be some of these black pill guys' dad, you know. But when I was a teenager, we had the internet we had was dial up. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Same.
And cell phone, like internet stuff that we have today was just not there even when I was a young adult. I mean, you like texting was like the shit. Like, holy fuck, dude. Like,
yeah. You remember the BlackBerry phones? God
and you
damn
didn't
it,
even have like, the touch screen was non-existent. You actually had to take, they only had the numbers, right? And you remember how every number was like JKL, and you would have to like painstakingly spell this your sentence out. So it took you forever to even text with these like flip phones and shit. That's the era I grew up in, and you had to actually talk to people face to face. Like you couldn't do all this like, well, I'm just gonna sit in this Discord, or I'm even what we're doing here. It's cool. I love that I can talk to you guys from wherever you're at, and I'm sure like Manly, you're like way far away from me. And it's really cool that we can talk like instantaneously, basically. But I grew up in a time where that was not even really thought of. So I was talking about that again on my stream last night, that this internet era makes you not value people as much. There's something to talking to people face to face, and spending time, like real time with people physically, that is very, very healthy and gives you a different mindset. Because I think Thinking Ape did a video. It's probably been about a year since he did this video, but he talked to a Zoomer, And they just see friendships as like super fleeting. So it's like, yeah, this person was my online friend. We stopped talking, and that was that. And it was just like nothing. Whereas, you've lost a friend, you lose a friend in real life, someone that you physically spend time with, used to go fishing, hunting, or whatever. You lose a friend in real life, and it's like, fuck, dude, like this sucks. But I mean, that's what it actually feels like to lose a real friend. It's not a positive feeling. Whereas this, it's just like, absolute knowledge seekers, we don't talk no more.
This is weird.
What's that?
I have to change. Do I sound different?
A little bit.
About the same, yeah.
Yeah, because I have to switch my microphone. I don't know. Let me see. Headset mic. Yeah, okay. I think this is good. Yeah, this is just.
Okay. Well, we hear you loud and clear, man. Man, I'm
Right.
gonna finish my monologue. Well, my monologue over. Yeah. So let's see. It's after 9:00. Okay, I gotta run, guys. It was
Shouldn't have
good
said
being on
nothing.
here.
Fuck.
Yeah. But all right, guys. Well, I'll holler at you another time. Have a good show, and peace out.
Nice to speak
We'll
with
do
you
it again.
bud.
Yeah, sounds good, man. See y'all.
All right, man.
Yeah, and I'm drooping off, and I think I'm gonna have my last smoke for probably a week or two. So
You gonna smoke?
yeah, to try and get some sleep. The
Oh.
tinnitus is ravaging me tonight, so it's one of the main reasons I'm still awake is the tinnitus.
Yeah, I mean it passes eventually.
Yeah, when it decides it wants to.
Yeah, like I was having some technical issues. I think I straightened them out.
I need to straighten an issue tomorrow. Literally.
I don't know. I didn't take any breaks from what I was doing today.
I took a big break. I'm gonna have to have another break tomorrow. I mean, it's only funny if people knows what's happened to me. So.
Yeah, like, it's funny. It's funny. I thought I was muted, and I was not.
When?
But I was muted, and I think it was my camera, the speaker from my camera. It had picked up the noise.
Oh, got ya. Don't worry about it. What do you want to talk about, man?
I was honestly, I was thinking about taking a rest. I was thinking about continuing a different time, continuing later, unless you really wanted to go.
No, I mean, it's probably best for me to get some sleep, to be honest. I've got, a serious day tomorrow, so.
I hope it goes well.
Me too, man, me too. Who knows? You never know, man. This might be the last video I ever make. You never know.
I don't think
Nah,
I don't think
it's
it's
a
gonna
simple.
be
Nah,
that bad.
I'll be in and out in a couple of hours.
All right, if you want to chat backstage, I guess we can do that. But I'm gonna get off the air. But
You
I'm
do
gonna
that, man.
sign off of YouTube land. And peace to my audience.
Peace.